accountability and responsibility. Let me tell you, it's only when you are responsible you become accountable. When you don't take up responsibility, you don't build accountability. So, it is, and when do you take up? So, the question is, you want a person, a team, a partner, or any individual to be accountable and responsible. You got to understand that first, they have to become they want to take up responsibility. They got to own responsibility. Then they become accountable. If you are not responsible, you cannot be accountable. You find people who are not accountable. The reason is they are not responsible for anything. The moment you take up we always define responsibility as responding with your ability. That is responsibility. Responding with your ability. And when you know your ability and you are given a task and you are inspired enough to fulfill the task, you are willingly taking up responsibility. That's what I'm saying. Responsibility, you should be willing enough to take up that responsibility. And once you do that, you become more accountable. You become far more accountable. So, building accountability and responsibility. So, anyone who is keen on improving themselves will take responsibility upon themselves to work on themselves. So I always say, you may hear my lectures, but hearing something, hearing and what we discover, irritability, could be there must be some desire interrupted or whatever. It provokes your thinking and it makes you responsible enough to take a course of action in your life in improving your quality of emotions and thoughts. Once you do that, you're a different individual. That's why therefore the question is, are you willing to take responsibility? And you will be willing to take responsibility provided you have an inspired living. You are keen on improving yourself. You have a higher ideal, a nobler cause. It is the moment every mother, I find, takes up so much responsibility. The lady of the house is the first one to wake up and the last one to go to bed. And where does that come from? I still remember, I come from my school, I put the uniform and then I go to play, and again you put that and then you put on the night dress, you have meal. Next day the uniform is there, is ironed and kept for the sport. Willingly they take responsibility for the welfare of the children. Willingly they take up responsibility because they care for the family. They want to do their best for the family. So whether it's a family, a work, or a relationship, or a country, so it's an inspired living. You want to improve yourself, you want to improve the family, you want to improve a society or a country. So that inspired work makes you willing to become responsible to yourself in such a way you are able to take up responsibility in effecting a change in the way you think and feel and work. So, to answer Challa, first there has to be responsibility. Then comes accountability. The moment you're responsible, you're more accountable. I've known people, even they will be in a relationship, but they don't want to get in or take it to the next stage because they don't want to take up the responsibility of committing themselves to one person. What if my mind changes? Forever they can't. What if my mind changes? Keep on being that way. The moment you know that you want to take responsibility, I want to be a great partner. You are in an organization. You want to be a great team leader. You become responsible enough. Then it will translate as being accountable. These two qualities together make you a wonderful leader. You could be leading a family, you could be leading a a society or an organization or a country. Responsibility and accountability are the cornerstones of leadership. You find anyone who's responsible and accountable, it is leadership material. And so-called leaders who lack these two qualities cannot survive. Cannot survive. It's when you all maybe you're leading a family or an organization, become more responsible. See, willingly take up responsibility and see the difference. Willingly take up responsibility. It will alter your thinking. Then you become accountable. And when your accountability equates your responsibility, it strengthens your character. It's an effect of your character. When a person with very strong character, they are able to take more responsibility, and they are accountable at any point of time. Mark Twain's words, always do the right thing. It will satisfy some and astonish the rest. Always do the right thing. It will satisfy some and astonish the rest. Accountability and responsibility should go hand in hand. But the inspired living, a higher ideal, then desire to improve yourself, make an impact, makes you more responsible. And the moment you are more responsible, you will become accountable. And once these two factors are, the more accountable you are, the greater you become responsible. The more responsible you are, the easier it becomes to become accountable. Both responsibility and accountability going hand in hand. You are a different individual altogether. You are a leader. Even though you don't want to be a leader, you will be made a leader. That's how it will be.